Jayam Vishnupa Paramahansa Paribhrakacharya Sutra Sasashima Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Chesla Prabhupada Ki Jai. Namacharya Sri Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Sikasi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Go Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Radha Krishna Bhagopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Dwaka Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Dham Ki Jai. Gangama Yamuna Maya Ki Jai. Tosi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Om Jnana Trimindasya Gana Gana Salakaya Chaksu Sumlitaya Tasma Sri Gurabhe Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapita Yena Bhutalim Sayarupa Kadamunya Dadati Sampadantikam Vandeha Sri Guru Sritam Padakamalan Sri Guru Vaishnavascha Sri Rupan Sakajatan Sahagana Raghunatan Tabitan Sajivan Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saita Sri Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakavitam Scha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kantu Radha Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gorange Radha Vrindavaniswari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranama Hare Priya Vanchaka Paturibhyascha Kripa Sindhivevacha Patitanam Pavandibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo 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 Mahabhadanyaya Krishna Premapadayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurati Sirma Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ananda Lila Maya Vigra, Yohimavada Vicha Visundara, Yotasma Maha, Prema Sarpadaya, Chaitanya Chandra Namana Mastati. Chaitanya Chandra Namana Mastati. So I thank everyone for being here this evening. Sorry, I'm kind of a little bit late. I was miscalculating the time. I'm usually on time, but somehow today I thought maybe because of the season is already starting. So we are continuing about the Lord Krishna revealing himself to Arjuna, revealing the nature of himself. So this chapter is dealing with the most confidential knowledge, the Raja Vidya Guhyam, the knowledge, the yoga of the most transcendental knowledge, which is the knowledge of Krishna. And that the knowledge of Krishna is a secret knowledge. It's called the most secret. Guhyam means secret. Because in the Bhagavad-Gita there are so many types of knowledge in the Bhagavad-Gita. Some of them considered to be ordinary knowledge, and some of them are more confidential. But the most confidential knowledge is what's been discussed in this chapter. And this is what has to do about the science of God, the science of Krishna. And this science is being revealed by Krishna himself. After all, he's the perfect teacher, Krishna Vande Jagat Guru. So the knowledge of himself is only revealed by himself, by the Supreme Lord Krishna himself. So that by having this knowledge, the living entity can be able to understand who they are, what connects them with the Supreme, and the process of attaining the Supreme. So today's chapter, text 18, right? Text 18 today? Text 18, it's okay. Huh?
Yes, 18.
Okay, text number 18 today. Yeah. So chapter 9, text 18. Of today's text. Huh? No, I was 18.
18 number sloka.
Yeah, 18 sloka today, okay. So I just read it. Gati bata prabhu sakshi nivasa saranam surit prabhava pralaya stanam nidanam bijamabhyayam Gati bata prabhu sakshi nivasa saranam suri prabhavam pralaya stanam nidanam bijamabhyayam Gati bata prabhu sakshi nivasa saranam surit prabhava pralaya stanam nidanam bijamabhyayam Gati, goal, bhata, sustainer, Prabhu, Lord, Sakshi, witness, Nivasaha, abode, Saranam, refuge, Surit, most intimate friend, Prabhava, creation, Pralaya, dissolution, Sthanam, ground, Nidanam, resting place, Bijam, seed, Abhyayam, imperishable. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place, and the eternal seed. Purport. Gati means the destination, where we want to go. But the ultimate goal is Krishna. Although people do not know it, one who does not know Krishna is misled, and his so-called progressive march is either partial or hallucinatory. There are many who make as their destination different demigods, and by rigid performance of the strict respective methods, they reach different planets known as Chandra Loka, Surya Loka, Indra Loka, Mahaloka, etc. But all such lokas or planets, being creations of Krishna, are simultaneously Krishna and not Krishna. Such planets, being manifestation of Krishna's energy, are also Krishna, but actually they serve only as a step forward for realization of Krishna. To approach the different energies of Krishna is to approach Krishna indirectly. One should directly approach Krishna. For that, we save time and energy. For example, if there is a possibility of going to the top of a building by the help of an elevator, why should one go by the staircase step by step. Everything is resting on Krishna's energy. Therefore, without Krishna's shelter, nothing can exist. Krishna is the supreme ruler because everything belongs to him and everything exists on his energy. Krishna, being situated in everyone's heart, is the supreme witness. The residences, countries or planets on which we live are also Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate goal of shelter, and therefore one should take shelter of Krishna either for protection or for annihilation of his distress. And whenever we have to take protection, we should know that our protection must be a living force. Krishna is the supreme living entity. And since Krishna is the source of our generation, or the supreme father, no one can be a better friend than Krishna. Nor can anyone be a better well-wisher. Krishna is the original source of creation and the ultimate rest after annihilation. Krishna is therefore the eternal cause of all causes. So this is a very, very wonderful purport by Vishnu Prabhupada. I've written on this text number 18. It's practically every line Srila Prabhupada said Krishna. As I said, Gati, Bhata, Prabhu. So Krishna said that he is the goal of everything. He is the goal and also the sustainer, of the universe. So actually I was counting it, that 23 times Srila Prabhupada mentioned Krishna in this purport, 23 different times. Krishna, 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 hey. So, like Krishna, 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 Krishna Payiman, Krishna, 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 Krishna Rakshaman. So everything is Krishna, Krishna is being put here. So just by this thought alone, that yes, everything is Krishna, whatever we see is Krishna, because nothing is outside of him. By this alone, one can become Krishna conscious. To be Krishna conscious means to know that yes, everything is Krishna. Now, when we say everything is Krishna, this is not Mayavad, because Mayavadi, they say that everything is God. So therefore, I am God. That's Mayavadi. Everything is God, therefore I am God. Because I'm also part of God, because Aham Brahmashmi, because I'm spirit. So therefore, I am God, call me God. That is Mayavadi. Like in the beginning of this chapter, in text number 3 or so, the Lord said, Nacha, is Nacha Tasman, or is that, the Lord said, I'm in everything, but I am also outside of everything. So therefore the Lord say, Parantasma, is that Pashyame Yoga Ishwaran. Pashyame Yoga Ishwaran. The Lord said, just see the nature of my transcendental opulence. Just see. Pashyame, just see, how the Lord is in everything, and at the same time is outside of everything. Actually, this from text number 16 to number 19, the Lord, there are 4 verses where the Lord is actually showing how is everything is the universe. everything rests on him. And everything rests on him. Nothing is outside of him. The last, he said that, what did they say in the previous text we saw yesterday? He said, Pritaham, as a Jagato Mata that Pitamaha. So the Lord is saying that, he said, I am the father of everyone. I am the mother. I am the father, I am the mother, I'm the, Peter, Martha, I am the support, sustainer. I'm the support of the universe. I'm the sustainer of the universe. Because everything comes from him. Everything comes from him. He's the originator. From him, Brahmaji comes. When the Lord, at the beginning of creation, after the manifestation of the universal element which forms the basis of the universe, after that manifestation, so the Lord lies down on the ocean of milk. He lies down, and then from his stomach comes a lotus flower, and from his stomach comes lotus, and from that lotus flower, Lord Brahma was born. So therefore, the Lord said, Pitamaha, he said that I'm also the grandfather of all living entities. Because Brahmaji is considered to be the father, and he's the grandfather. Because from him, Lord Brahma comes. So in the chapter 14 of the 10th canto Bhagavatam, so Lord Brahma was praying to Lord Krishna. Because after Brahmaji, after he stole Lord Krishna's friends, he took away Lord Krishna's cowherd boyfriends, all the friends and also the cows, he took them away, and then he hid them somewhere. Lord Brahma wanted to see now what Krishna will do, because when the Lord was performing his pastimes here in Vrindavan, in fact, so the Lord every day he would take all his cowherd boyfriends, he would take them to the forest, and then we'll have picnic. They have so much fun together, taking care of the cows and having so many plays among themselves. So Lord Brahma, he just wanted to find out, he tried to find out what is the nature of Krishna. So therefore he stole Krishna's friend and all the cows. He just wanted to see what the Lord would do. And then, just to show him, just Lord Krishna to show Brahmaji that yes, he's always self-sufficient in his activities. The Lord is called, it's called aptakama. Aptakama means is self-sufficient. When the Lord wants to enjoy himself, he does not need anyone's cooperation for his enjoyment. So, what the Lord did, when Lord Brahma stole all the cows, the cowherd boys, everything, so the Lord simply manifested the same number of cows and the same number of friends. He simply manifested them and then continue his lila as before, without any interruption. His lila was continuing. So when Brahmaji, when he saw this, so he became confused. He became illusioned because he thought he could make Krishna confused. So he became confused. And then realized that actually what he has done is simply foolishness. The Lord's lila cannot be disturbed. So Lord Brahmaji came. He came to try to pacify Lord Krishna. He came to try to pacify Lord Krishna by making prayers. This prayer you find at the chapter 14 of the 10th canto Bhagavatam. So in one of those prayers, so Lord Brahma was trying to tell Lord Krishna that, oh my dear Lord, the partial manifestation of you is Narayan. Because And then because Narayan is the base, is the source of Vishnu, because Narayan expanded himself into Mahavishnu, into Vishnu, and then Vishnu enters the universe, and then he lies down on the ocean of Vishnu, Gabursha Vishnu, and then from Vishnu the lotus stem came out, and then from that lotus he said that I, Brahma, took birth. I took birth from the lotus that came out of your navel. So therefore, I'm also your child. I'm your child. I'm your child. So therefore, you cannot really be angry with me. So Lord Brahma is trying to play a trick that Lord, that he has been offensive by taking away the friends of Krishna, by trying to, disturb the Lord's Leela. So he tried to play a trick that said, look, Krishna, you cannot be angry with me because I'm also your child. I'm also your child. From the Narayan, who's your expansion. I was born from him. So therefore, I'm your child. So therefore, you cannot be angry with me. Because no matter what the children does to the father, the children is never angry with the child. The children is never angry. So this is the trick that Brahmaji is trying to play. That yes, I have disturbed your lila, your pastimes, but I'm also your child. So you cannot be angry with me. So, and of course, in a sense, it's true, because after all, this is what the Lord Himself is saying. He said, Pitamaha, he said, I'm the grandfather of all living entities. Pitamaham Sarvabhutanam. So this is the basis of Krishna consciousness, whereby one is in full knowledge of the Supreme Lord. So this chapter, text number 16 to 19, the Lord Himself is proclaiming Himself. How is everything? Everything is in Him because it's the cause of all causes. But we should also understand that, yes, just like as Srila Prabhupada pointed out in his purport, that yes, all the planets, all the demigods, everything is all Krishna's. Everything is Krishna, because nothing exists outside of Him. What is it? I think it's in the chapter 7. The Lord, is it chapter 7? Why the Lord says that Sutre Mani Ganaiva, that everything rests on Him, just like pearls are resting on a thread. You have the thread, and then you put the pearls on the thread to rest, to put things together. So everything is resting on Him. So the basis of becoming Krishna conscious is to understand this reality. So actually other commentators, they put these 4 verses together, and then they put their commentaries as such. And on this verse, Prabhupada separated each of these verses and commented appropriately on each of the verse. And he gave a very, very elaborate commentary on each of them, just so that we can have a proper understanding. And of course, again, to separate the Mayavadic idea that yes, even though everything is in Lord, but at the same time we all know that yes, there are different energies of the Lord, because the Lord has many energies. But I said, Parasha Shakti Vividaiva Suyate Swabhaviki Bala Kriya Gina Chadat. The Lord has several energies. So all the manifestations, all the sustenance, all the maintenance, it's all done by different energies of the Lord. It's not that the Lord is directly involved in the affairs of creation, maintenance, and dissolution, because everything is Him, everything is in Him. But at the same time, they're also different from Him, because it's all done by His various energies. And because these energies are directly coming from Him, So therefore, and because those energies, they are said to be spiritual. So therefore the Lord, they can be said to be the Lord. So energies are Him, but also different from Him. Just like we have in this, so the energy is, electricity is here. So which means, but we know that behind the electricity is the electric, the supply source. So that's behind the electricity. At the same time, the full power of the electricity, it's not in the room, but we can see we have the manifestation of it. We have the presence of the energy, just like the sun and the sun ray. The sun is there, and then there's the sun rays that come directly. So, in one sense, the sun and the sun rays are the same, but they are also different. So that's why in our philosophy, Krishna consciousness philosophy, Chaitanya Prabhu taught us Achintya Beda Beda Tattva. Achintya Beda Abeda. Beda means difference, and Abeda means non-difference. So Beda Abeda. That's the philosophy that Chaitanya Prabhu taught us. And that's the basis of all. Normally, just like we have four Vaishnava Sampradayas, and each one gave different analysis of the science of God. Like Madhavas, they preach Abeda, and then you have Ramanuja, who preach one preached Veda, one preached Abeda, and then another Vaishnava Sampradaya, they preach Veda and Abeda, difference and non-difference. There's a purified goodness and the purified Veda. So anyway, because I don't have the book in front of me, so I cannot leave proper analysis there. But Chaitanya Prabhu taught the inconceivable Achintya Veda Abeda, Achintya, inconceivable difference, inconceivable oneness and difference. They call it Achintya in the sense that, yes, how everything is God, everything is whatever is the other material, spiritual, everything is God, but at the same time, everything is not God. There's a difference. Because after all, there is a kingdom of God, that's Goloka Vrindavan, where the Lord performs His Lila eternally, and Lord Krishna is eternally different from living entities. There's Ishwara, there's a difference between Ishwara, and there's a difference between Ishwara and Jiva. Jiva and Ishwara, they are different. There's the absolute truth is there, and the Jiva is eternally servants of the Ishwara. So, but it's not that there's no difference between the servants and the master. The difference is always there. So this philosophy, when Chaitanya Prabhu, when he was talking with the Mayavadis of Varanasi, headed by the Prakashananda Saraswati, when he was talking with them in Varanasi, so the Lord was establishing this fact about how Sankaracharya, he made a great error in trying to preach his Mayavad philosophy. And so this verse, basically these 5 verses with the Lord, which from 16 to 19, these 4 verses, whereby the Lord is presenting Himself as a cosmic manifestation, as the universal affair, as the universal form, how everything is subtly within Him, everything is on Him. So therefore, this specific verse mentions the goal, that Gati, means the supreme destination, that you want to go somewhere, you have to know where to go. You have to know where to go if you want to go somewhere. So the supreme destination is Lord Sri Krishna. So therefore, he said that the ultimate goal of life is Krishna. Vasudevam Parangati. In the Bhagavatam, we mentioned that Vasudevan Paran yogo, Vasudevan parankriya, Vasudevan parodhamo, Vasudeva parogyanam, Vasudevan param. Anyway, at the end of the last, because there are two verses, the last verse is Vasudeva parangati, that Vasudev is the ultimate, goal of life. So he's the ultimate. So therefore, why should we be wasting our time in trying to pursue the older method of worship? For example, some people say that God is so difficult to approach. God is so difficult to attain. So therefore, let us just worship the demigods. At least the demigod, they are more easier they are very approachable. And also we can worship them. We can get particular benefit. And also, we can also go to their planets. You can worship Surya Dev, Indra Dev, Agni, different. You can go there, go to their planet, and also enjoy. Also, you go there, you go to develop, you can enjoy like anything. So therefore, why should we worship God? Whereby you don't even know, you're not even assured of the results. You don't even know what you're going to attain. Because it's not easy to understand God. It's not easy to understand Krishna. So therefore, let's worship the demigods and make it simpler. But as the Lord pointed out, he said, he said that he said those who worship demigods, they've apameda, those whose knowledge is very meager, those whose knowledge is very small. So they worship the demigods. They worship demigods. Because they don't have proper understanding. So therefore they worship demigods. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada was mentioned that why should one, if you want to attain the ultimate goal of life, why not just go direct to Krishna? Why approaching the demigods? It's like if you want to go to the top of it, you have a very, very tall building, and then you want to go to the top, and the elevator is there. The elevator is there, but you say that, let me just take the stair. Let me just take the stair in order to reach the top. So taking the stairs will takes you a long time to reach to the top. Plus you'll be tired on the way, so many things. Just imagine you have to climb 100, you have to go to the top. Let's say you have 100-story, and you want to go to the top, and then you started taking the staircase. Whereas you can just take the elevator, you'll be there. Just like they have this tallest building in the world, in Dubai, it's called Burj Khalifa, whereby they have up to 150 stories. Now, in this building, they've got a rocket lift elevator. You go inside, you press it just goes zoom. By the time less than 1 minute, you're at the top of the building. Less than 1 minute, it's like a rocket lift. Less than 1 minute, you're on the top of the last floor, up to 150 floor. Less than 1 minute. Whereas if you have to go step by step, trying to climb 150 floors, that is going to take you forever to reach. But you can just go, it take you less than 1 minute, you are there. So similarly also, the part of Krishna consciousness is like that. Just by chanting Krishna's name, under the guidance of the pure devotees of Krishna, you can actually easily attain Krishna. But of course it must be done properly. Under the guidance of the pure devotee of Krishna, chanting Krishna's name, rendering service, then you can attain Krishna. You can go above. You can even go above the demigod's planet. You can get to associate with the Lord in the transcendental sky. So therefore, the whole point about this chapter is to show the living entities how one can easily approach him. As we're going to hear before, the Lord is going to point to Arjuna how his devotees, they're always protected when they attempt to approach him, and also because one of the most key verse that we're going to be reading in the next, I think text number 22 or something like text 22 or 23, where the Lord is telling Arjuna that Yayatamam Prapadyante, that my devotees, when they are worshipping me, I do protect them, I do preserve what they have, and I preserve what they have, and whatever they are lacking, I give them. And at the same time also, I'm always protecting my devotee from fall down. So the Lord say, Kontiya Pratijani hi, Name Bhakti Pranashyati. He said, my dear Arjuna, tell everyone that my devotee will never perish. So Krishna has to tell Arjuna, he said, tell everyone that my devotee will never perish. This is my promise. Now, the Lord is telling Arjuna to make this proclamation, because sometimes if the Lord says something, his promise may be broken. But if his devotee says it, his promise will always be there, because the Lord protects the words of his devotees. So if Arjuna make a proclamation that yes, Krishna devotee will never perish, then that proclamation, that announcement will always be preserved by the Lord. So therefore the Lord tell Arjuna, tell everyone, my devotee will never perish. Tell everyone. You see, so therefore the word of a devotee is much more important than the word of Krishna himself, because the Lord actually follows devotees. The Lord preserves his own word may not be protected, but the word of his devotees, it's always protected. So therefore, it's much better to approach the Lord through his devotees than to approach him himself. So the text we are reading today is very, very deep meaning. A lot of meaning is there, and as can be pointed out from this purport, Srila Prabhupada, every line is Krishna, 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 Krishna. Every line. And the more we hear Krishna, the more Krishna conscious we become. During his time, Srila Bhaktivedanta, he will tell the disciples to write essay. He will tell all the disciples they must write. They must write. Because that time they had a daily newsletter. They had a daily newsletter. So Srila Bhaktivedanta will tell his disciple to write. And then now, after every disciple have finished writing, he will judge. He will tell them to bring what they have written to bring to him. He will judge. And then he will examine that. He will determine if an article is good or not by how many times the word Krishna is mentioned. He will by how many times the word Krishna is mentioned, Srila Bhaktivedanta will judge that if the article is good or bad. So which means the more Krishna comes out in an article, that means that will determine the excellence of that article. It's not just going on a philosophical, jugglery, just on a endless philosophical discussion. You want to say how many times the word Krishna is mentioned. So that, there's 10 times Krishna here. 10 times that this article is good. But if you just write a long article and there's no Krishna there, so that article has no value. So in this purport, you can see, just reading it, 23 times Prabhupada Krishna, 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 Krishna. Okay. So the path of becoming Krishna conscious is to follow the path which has been shown to us by the pure devotees of Krishna. So I'm going to stop. Okay. So Hare Krishna. Is there any question? Anything? Any comments? Anything like that? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, we see Krishna in everything. Krishna is everything. He's also different from everything. You see? Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna.